Really should just add that yay to the actual thing.
Yeah. I keep thinking it's there.
No, it's not. It's not. Let me raise this up a little bit. What's up, everybody? It's Friday. How y'all feeling? Oh, man, we got some hearts going on. Hive Mind is in the building. What up?
What's popping?
We got Big Los in here. Listen, man, I need y'all to ask y'all questions this Friday. Don't be shy. This is not a Friday to be shy. This is a Friday to ask your questions, man. Dan Oracle always has the dopest teas. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. In case you don't know, this tea is from the GOAT, Jay-Z. It says, turn my music higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
You don't know
what I mean? The difference between me and them, trying to get the ones and trying to get the M's. You know what
I'm
saying?
Do they know what you do?
No. You don't know what you're doing.
Guru.
That's a fact, man. I'd like to welcome everybody. Like I said, this Friday, ask your questions. It's been a couple Fridays. Y'all been kind of shy. You know, you want to know how to be successful, or at least get another opinion on certain things that you've had on your mind.
Big facts.
Also, man, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. I got a little thing I want to get into. But everybody, if there's anything that you did this weekend that you're particularly proud of, let us know right here, man, so we can spam you in the chat so the whole room can big you up. You know what I mean? Treat you like the GOAT that you are. You know what I mean? I know y'all been doing a lot of good things this week. And in the meantime, while you're putting all the dope things that you did this week into the chat, my brother Triza, how was your week, man?
It was pretty cool. It was one of the few weeks where I actually pretty much did nothing. I think I've been working myself too much.
Oh.
And so I definitely didn't really do too much. I skateboarded a whole lot. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I skateboarded a whole lot. I tried to, bro, I don't know what it is with my neighborhood, dog. Yesterday I was like, I'm gonna make some beats. I'm about to go ham. Like, it's about to be great.
Yeah.
Dog, storm hits. My power goes out. And I'm like, beat number one, dog. I'm in there jamming, power goes out. I'm just like, you know what?
Yo, your neighborhood is crazy, man.
Bro, I don't know why.
And the internet and all that.
Bro, that's not, they would make it seem like I live in a bando or something, but it's like I live in a nice area. And it's
that's
like,
what makes it
bro.
weird. Yeah, your area, you live in a nice area. So I'm like, what's happening, man? Your FiOS don't be rocking like that, man.
Yeah, it don't be computing. So
and your power, it's like your neighborhood trying to fight the power.
Bro. So that's why I was like, man, it's some bull. So yeah, I pretty much just chilled, dog, relaxed. That was pretty much it.
Dog, I seen you upgraded the skateboard and you hit a skateboard flex. I don't even know if you know it or not, but you use some skateboard terms that are lame like me who don't know shit about skateboard. You like, yeah, upgraded to the 55 nines, no more 46 4. I was like, what? I don't know what this nigga talking about, but it sound real fly. And I want
with skateboarding, right? It's like the wheel size depends on, like, if you're riding in the street, you need bigger wheels because it's easy to go over cracks and stuff like that. And like I'd be riding, bro, and then that joint be about to throw me off. So I was like, oh man, like, let me upgrade. So I got bigger wheels, and then you got to lift up the skateboard if you get bigger wheels, because if not, it'll throw you off that way. So, you know, a little finesse.
Bruh, hey, listen, man. That's a life lesson. Get you some bigger wheels so you can get over the cracks in life. You feel me?
What about you, man? What you been
Man, I just been working on some things, some new things to come this week. We got a new course in the works. Super excited about that. If you're on my email list, somebody just won some exclusive sounds this week, and also everybody else on my email list is getting the Oracle Pack drum kit bundle for 70% off this weekend. So if you're not on the list, you kind of missed out. Maybe next week. And I'm also doing a thing where I will be giving away exclusive sounds on a regular basis. And these are sounds from like sessions that I had with like big artists and big producers. You know, because it's people use the term cutting room floor, but there's so much stuff left over. It's not even like cutting room floor stuff. It's just just a gang of shit that I had laying around on hard drives, and I'm like, man, it's time to release the Kraken a little bit,
Hold on, my daughter is knocking on this door.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's get into some of these things that y'all might have been doing this week. Damn, somebody said you in the Compton of Comcast.
Don't be trying to just in the Compton. One, we're AT&T.
Well, yes, we are. Yeah, both of us AT&T gang. Even though we live 4 states apart, we are AT&T gang. Bro, we're far. So let's see. You want to get into some of these comments of what people have been doing this week?
Yes, sir. Okay. See, copped a 4 terabyte SSD. Contact and Omnisphere is crazy fast now, bro.
Living.
That boy ain't play. One, you cashed out. 4 terabyte SSD. You spent a little bread.
Living. SSD is the way to go, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. I can't go back, dog.
Bro, let me tell you, I've gotten real bougie in my computer days. Not only can I not go back, I have to have mine on board. Like, I try to get as much hard drive real estate inside of the computer as I can.
Okay.
Facts.
No. Logan, chill out.
Logan, she wants to show her 4 terabyte SSD.
Right. Oh, hold on. That was a good question about what is Triza's FL Ableton workflow? And he says, does he runs FL in Ableton as a VST? So my workflow is a little weird. I use Ableton if I'm making loops like a pack or something. And then I use FL if I'm just cooking up for the most part. And that's pretty much it.
Blasphemous.
Hey, I know. It's crazy. Me and Ponzu was talking about this yesterday. I was on the phone with Ponzu yesterday. We was talking about it. And I'm gonna go back to Ableton gang in a second. I've been enjoying FL when I do cook up.
Bro, it's all good. I need to get my way around to the FL side of the world. Let's see. How do y'all stay inspired with new ideas? Talking to each other, talking to other people. I know that both of us do that a lot. Like you gotta have people that you can bounce ideas off of, and also you have to pick certain things online, like certain people, certain spots, certain channels that you will follow that you can get you can draw some inspiration from. Like you got to have your go-to. This is what I suggest. As a matter of fact, that's a great question. What you should do on top of what I just told you about, everybody should start like a Evernote or just a notebook or something and write down different YouTube channels, different IG channels, different people you can call, and have that be like your go-to inspiration thing. So when you're feeling uninspired, you could just go to whatever this note is and just kind of check in on these different things and get inspired. You know what I mean? Yeah, just kind of, because I feel like, and I'm probably guilty of the same thing, even though I know my methods and I know what to do. When you're uninspired, you kind of go through this thing of like, all right, what am I going to do? How am I going to fix it? When what you really need to do is you need to have like a SOP, some standard operating procedure of what happens. Like, all right, first, this is what I do. I'm going to take a break, a 15, 20-minute break. Then I'm going to hit up Triza, I'm going to hit up whoever. Or I'm going to go to this channel, I'm going to go to that channel, and just have like a checklist of things that keep you inspired. But I would say, number one, have people that you could talk to and bounce ideas off of, have IG channels that you could go to, have YouTube channels you can go to. Also take a break. Just take a break. And when I say a break, it could be anywhere from an hour to a few hours. And during that time, like, do something that you enjoy, something that kind of relaxes you and doesn't keep your mind like stressed or locked up. Like, don't jump into other work, because I've tried to do that before, where I'm like, all right, well, I'm not inspired here, and I jump into something, but it's just as intense, but just on a different level with something else. And then I find like it doesn't help me as much. It may help me a little bit when I come back, but like if I just take time out to like maybe make a phone call, like a relaxing phone call, maybe watch a movie, maybe just go out to eat when people could do that in the world, something like that. Stuff like that will have you feeling better when you come back. So start your checklist, man, and call it the I don't know, inspiration checklist or burnout checklist, whatever you want to call it. I think we should all have it. And as a matter of fact,
that's a good idea.
Brand new, old school college rule notebook. I'm gonna use one of these. One of these.
I got the ones with the binders on it, cuz I ain't seen one.
Man, you gotta put the pen in there, man. You gotta put the pen in the side. You know, and you know what it is? It's because I filled the red one up. Oh yeah, the red one is just filled. So yeah, I got the blue joint on deck, and then I'll fill the green one up last.
Oh, Oracle, make sure you get the air horns ready. We got young Cosign in the building.
Oh, come on, man. Cosign 5. He's in the building. Get that man a yay and all that good stuff. So let me tell you something. Cosign was in here last week briefly, and the week before that he was in the building, and I kind of missed him. I bigged him up, I gave him his flowers, but I don't think he was there to receive them. So listen, I already see the hearts going, but y'all spam the hearts some more. In case you don't know, my man Cosign is just one of the goats of the game that does not get mentioned enough. Producing number one hit after number one hit. My man starring on TV shows on Fox. My man starring on TV shows on BET. Listen, bro, there's certain people that you meet in your life that are talented, and then there are the uber talented people that can produce Cake for Rihanna and Anaconda for Nicki Minaj and all types of shit for Big Sean. And then you turn on BET and check out Man Cave, and you see they front and center hosting Man Cave. And then you turn on Fox and you go you see a character on Fox that's just taking over the show, and he's that character on that show. So listen, man, you rarely come across people like that in your life, and when you do, you cling to them, you ask them questions, and also him and his partner too. They make up the Interns, super dope group, man. Hey, that's what Google's for. You can check that out. But I often tell this story. They are the first people, because you know when I first started working with Tim, I'm in the studio. I do my thing, but I'm quiet. Way more introverted, or no, not more introverted, but way more quiet than I am now. So I would just do my thing and kind of just chill out in the corner. I told you, niggas thought I sold weed. That's how quiet in the cut that I was in the studio. And they were the first people.
Plug.
Facts. They were the first people to come to me and say, hey, man, what do you do? The first people, for no reason, just came to me and like, hey, man, what's your name and what do you do? I told them. They're like, what? Oh, man, cool. Both of them stayed in contact with me since then. Put me in positions to get placements, all types of shit. The King Lowe's, Marsha Ambrosia joint, all types of stuff. Listen, as taboo as the name might be right now, Cosign, you know, he put my sonics and my hard work in the same room in the same studio with Kanye. Got me a call from the Kanye camp. All that type of stuff, man. So
that's love.
Once again, damn it, I don't care if it took one half of the entire show. I gotta show my brother love, because not only that, he keeps calling me all the time, checking up on me, and constantly bombarding me with opportunity, rarely asking for anything in return. And people like that need to be celebrated. So damn it, one more round of hearts, one more damn air horn for my man.
He put a good comment. He says, I got a lot of child support, bro. I gotta work.
No, he's a hustler.
He says, because you're a genius. That's big facts.
My man. Hey, listen, it may take one to know one, or it may take one to make one. Whatever. I think I just made up a saying, but you know what the hell I'm saying. You feel me? So yeah. Shout out to Cosign, man. So I'm not even sure where we were at the time.
Oh, and we got young Diego in the building. Young Diego. Actually, bro, I'm gonna hit you after the show, man. Young Diego killing up the charts. You got that new Lil Mosey with Lil Baby. He got a KSI album he executive produced. What else he just do? I feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff, man. But yeah, shout out to my bro, man.
Everything, bro. Everything.
They said Triz over there trying to be cool while his daughter tearing up the Simpsons living room. Big facts. I'm trying to be professional, trying to stay on topic. I'm over here looking like, don't touch this. Don't.
Oh, no, she getting it in, bro.
Triz got the stressed out daddy face, and that y'all already know.
Is that a dad hat? You got on a dad hat?
Oh yeah, it come with the job.
Come on, man.
They gave it to me at the hospital.
Stop working out, get you a dad bod with the dad hat.
Oh, that's happening too, bro. Bro, I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life since the quarantine, bro.
Oh, that quarantine 15 is on you,
bro. I skipped the freshman 15, but this caught up with me.
Yeah, bro. I had to go back, man. I got to cut I slipped back into all the stuff I wasn't eating before. But bread, had some cheese on something. I was no bread, no cheese, no nothing for a minute. So, but you know, no need to talk about my figure on this show. We got enough music stuff to talk about.
Hey, we got a couple good questions here. Let's see. Do you think there will be another push?
Probably. I'm not here with any inside scoops, but I can't see why a company like Ableton would not. Other companies they keep releasing stuff. Ableton should be no different. I would expect them to put out a new push. If they didn't, I would be a little upset. Now, the fact that they work at a more gradual pace than other companies, I'm not mad at that. I actually respect that. Being a gradual person myself, I like that. I'm like, yo, take your time. Don't just throw shit out there. There's some companies out there that's kind of throwing shit out. And you can tell
who would that be? No,
and you can tell I'm gonna jump right on over that. I'm a Mario Brothers right on over that jump. But
I tried to set you up like how you be setting me up.
I know I do set you up. You might catch me. Let me have a little more of this Ciroc. You might catch me. But yeah, it's a couple companies, and you can tell when they throw stuff out there, people kind of they kind of overlook it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I applaud Ableton for being gradual. Whenever you decide to put out another push, I'm here for it. Hey, 2035, I'm here for the new push 3. I don't care. Take your time. Make it because they never disappoint. Anytime they come out with something new, they never disappoint, man. So shout out to Ableton. But on the real, hurry up though.
You're right. I was just thinking like, man, I need something new.
That's a fact.
What benefits do you get from Ableton over FL for loop creation? For me, it's more of just preference. Like FL is a new thing for me, and I've been on Ableton for years. And so me and Ponzu was talking. Ponzu was in the chat somewhere, and he was asking me like, we were talking about Fruity Loops and Ableton. And for me, what I like about Ableton is the possibilities are endless, right? You could do so much stuff, and you can create so many racks and do so many different things. And what I like about Fruity Loops is that it's so simple that it limits you from doing a lot of that stuff. So if I'm making beats, I get so distracted so easily. I don't need all those features sometimes because I get distracted and I start doing some random shit and I'm off on a tangent. So that's why I like Fruity Loops, because it keeps me kind of locked in of, all right, I'm gonna make this beat and go on. But when it comes to experimenting and trying new stuff and like, adding effects in a weird way, to me, Ableton is better in that kind of. So sound design for me is way better. And I'm sure you could do some of the same stuff in Fruity Loops. I just haven't got that far in my Fruity Loops journey. I just literally make beats and then close it and get out of there.
Facts. I had an Ableton gem real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but in how you can save certain presets on different VSTs. If you're an Ableton user, and you could probably do this in other DAWs, chances are you put something after the VST, some type of compression, some type of EQ or something like that. Group it all together in a rack, enable it, and save the rack or save the track. Yeah. Number one, it's easier to do. To save anything in Ableton, you just drag it into your browser, into whatever folder you want, and that's where it lives, and that's where it's saved. And then when you need it again, you can just drag it back out. So what I'll do is, like for Omnisphere, I have my favorite presets or whatever. I'll have the rack saved. I have a folder of my favorite Omnisphere ARPs, my favorite Omnisphere whatever's, and that way if I put any type of processing on it, I can just drag that rack in or hot swap it out, and I got my processing that I usually use. And also I can map the things on the Omnisphere I want to the 8 knobs on the macro on the rack, so I never even have to open Omnisphere. I never even have to like open it. I just drag them racks and hot swap them, and the macros have all the shit that I want on there. So that's a little gem for how to save in Ableton. I'm pretty sure you can do it in other DAWs. And really quick, I just thought of a segment that we could do. Are you with it? Would you like to hear
it? Sure. What is it?
This nigga's like, I don't know where he's going with this.
Right.
All right. I think we should start a segment. So this is pre-production during the show. I think we should do a segment called, what are we gonna call it? Offbeat or in the pocket.
Ooh.
All right. So the way this is gonna work, it's two ways it can work. We can name one thing that is offbeat and one thing that is in the pocket, or we could just name a thing and people could say whether they think it's offbeat or in the pocket.
Ooh, I already know what the offbeat is going to be, which is a big topic in the producer community right now.
Okay, so let's
hold on, in the pocket. What's something that's in the pocket? I'm trying to think of something good because I feel like that's going to take us down a tangent.
Yeah, the offbeat is going to take us down a tangent.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I got it in the pocket right now.
What's up?
In the pocket, damn, this is going to take us off on a tangent too, but I'll try to break it up. In the pocket, T.I. right now.
Ooh.
That man is in the pocket.
I like the energy.
Hear me? That is what it is.
I like the energy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That man's energy right now, so in the pocket. I love it. We haven't seen this in hip hop in a long time, man. Listen, everything from, okay, we have the obvious thing. I'll talk about that later. But have you seen him on the Lloyds of London shit that he's talking about? So what he's saying is that Lloyds of London is, I'll break it down fast as I can, roughly the biggest, if not one of the biggest insurance companies in the world. They are based overseas, of course, worth $52.8 billion, I believe.
Good Lord.
The way that they got their wealth when they first started was they insured the first and continue to insure slave ships and slave cargo. And they would give out loans for people trying to start slave businesses, et cetera, et cetera. To this day, a
turn I didn't expect.
Yeah. Oh no, this is wild, and this is why my man. This is why to me, my man is in the pocket, and the energy is more than people know. So they now insure a lot of stuff. They insure all the sports, NBA, NFL,
right.
NHL, all that shit. 20th Century Fox. Somehow they insure David Beckham. They insure body parts of famous people.
I've heard about that.
Yes, they insure everything. So what T.I. is talking about is demanding 10% of their company's equity from this point moving forward. And apparently that 10% is going to be used for reparations to get each Black person at least $1 million. And also he demands a $1 million line of credit for every Black person with no credit check, no guarantor, and no collateral down, just based off the fact that this company was built off the backs of insuring slaves. It is a very, very ambitious thing to do. I'm not here to discuss whether people think it's feasible. I think people really don't know the power that they have, but I'm not here to discuss whether it can happen, should happen, none of that. I'm just saying the sheer audacity of this man to even propose something like that. And when it comes to reparations, listen, I'm not a reparations expert. I'm not a repspert or nothing like that.
Is that the name?
This is the first time I've ever heard anybody with a plan or a source of where the money was going to come from. So the ambition and the audacity of him, and he's done 2 lives about this. One last night and another one today. Very serious about this. He's gotten what's my man Robert Smith that paid all the college loans, Puff, a few other people. He's got them down. I think this is it's just very ambitious, and he's using that energy. And also at the end of the first live, he still made it his business to say his catalog is doper than 50 Cent. And he said that he will probably get 50 Cent down with this Lloyds of London thing, and 50 Cent was talking right now, but he ain't talking. But maybe when he start talking again, he'll be down with it. Man. So listen to what's happening here. This man started out, first of all, calling out somebody that we've only seen bully other people his entire life. You've never seen anybody bully 50 Cent. So just seeing that shift of energy is really amazing. I like that versus as a battle, and he's doing the Drake back to back, regardless of whether 50 is really responding or not. He's just keep coming at him, just keep bullying him, boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
You've never seen that before. And then on top of that, he's like, yeah, and in the midst of this, let me give reparations for all Black people from a European insurance company. I love the energy. To me, T.I., his energy, very much in the pocket.
I mean, besides his vocabulary, you already know T.I. is like a very smart. You could see how smart he is just listening to him talk. And man, as far as the battle, man, I love that energy, bro. Because for me, I guess, because I believe, Oracle, you called me and told me about the T.I. thing. I think I was on my skateboard and I was skating, and then you was like, "Did you hear about it?" And I was like, "Oh, snap."
Yeah.
And at first I was kind of like, "Oh, 50's gonna kill him." And then the more I thought about it, it's like, bro, 50's catalog is great. Both of their catalogs, incredible. Like,
yes.
In hip hop, you wish you could have a catalog like either one of those guys. But 50's is a shorter range. 50 had like a sweet spot of like, really, these years I'm dominating. Then he went off to do movies and companies and Vitamin Water. T.I. has, to me, a longer catalog of where he could pull hits from and more, like relevant songs. T.I. stuff is more relevant because to me, 50 stuff, if we're talking about like compared to now, some of it didn't age as well.
Very good point. Yes, it did not age well.
But T.I. has stuff that's just like, to me, is like the father of what's going on now. Like, if you listen to old, like You Don't Know Me and all that, to me, it sounds like new trap. You know what I mean? It's like you could tell where the legacy came from. And man, I really feel like it's gonna be a good battle. One, the great battles verses come from people who could talk trash, and these are two of the best trash talkers in the game. So I already know that that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, bro. I was talking to Rich. Rich. I was talking to Rich the other day, and I was like, regardless of the music, this will be one of the greatest clashes of personalities we've ever seen. That alone is worth the price of admission, and the price of admission is free. So, but I mean, that alone is worth seeing. And when you first think about it, it may seem like 50 might crack, but if you think hard enough, if you really think about it, personally, my money's on T.I.
Same.
I'm just gonna call it. I'm not saying I haven't predicted all of these 100%. I've been fairly good. I don't even know if it's gonna happen, but my money's on T.I. And I'm saying that as somebody who has done 2 songs for 50 Cent. Keep it real. True. I got 2 50 songs. I got a single and another joint, another street joint that people love. 50 ain't no slouch. He ain't no slouch. Listen, Slim,
during the verses.
Listen, Slim, I'm a logical man. I'm a logical man. And like I said, I love 50. Don't get it twisted. And whoever wins, it's not going to be a walk in the park for either person.
Oh yeah.
But the shit got to happen first. Somebody got to accept it.
It's gonna be like a slugfest. Like it's gonna be. And dog, I don't know if you know, like All Def Digital used to be owned by Russell Simmons, right? When he left, Baron Davis and T.I. bought All Def Digital. A lot of people don't know that, right? So they own like the show Roast Me and all that. And they do a podcast where they get on Zoom, kind of like this, and they just be roasting each other live on the call, bro. And they talk about current, bro. T.I. gets on there and lit everybody up, dog, like nonstop, bro. And I was like, oh, T.I. is gonna go crazy, dog, in this battle. Like he's gonna go ham, dog.
Bruh, I saw that and I did not know. I was just like, damn, why is T.I. on All Def? I didn't know. You just hit me to the fact that he's a part owner. But that was also the same day where that man was everywhere with the smoke. My man was on his live. And he set it off on a nigga on his birthday. Come on, fam.
I like that energy, man.
Listen, bro. On his live, and then my man on his live again calling Kevin Hart, whose birthday it also was, to tell him to tell another nigga whose birthday it was that he wanted to smoke. Then he gets on All Def Digital, more smoke everywhere. So I like the energy. You've never seen a bully get bullied before. Man, you know, in the name of just fun and seeing two very confident artists really go at it, oh, it's amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again. I hope 50 accepts, because I am down for this, bro, for sure.
Who y'all got? Please put in the chat. I wanna know, because I'm seeing some back and forth. I see some people talking about, you know, T.I. I see some 50 Cent people. I think it's gonna be a good one no matter what.
Definitely.
I mean, because here's the thing: 50 Cent has either street records or female records. T.I. has street records or female records, and to me, T.I. has more newer street records that are still kind of hits. Like, if it ain't about the money, it's still like a big song. Like, you know, he's got, bro, like, he's got records, dog.
Yeah,
I think that's the only thing about 50 is that I feel like he got so popping that, you know, doing other stuff, that music wasn't his, like, you know, like his forefront. Like, he was just worried about other stuff, which, shoot, bro, if I'm selling vitamin water, I can't blame you.
facts.
You
Facts.
know?
Yeah, you get that, whatever it was, 200 mil or whatever. That's a whole different story. I'm not really looking at the chaotic eyeball to wrap into it
Right.
as much anymore. If I get 200 million for the Kool-Aid jump. So just continue, put in the chat, who do you think you got? Who do y'all got? And I want to make this a little bit interactive just for a hot second. If you got 50, spam the hearts right now. If you got 50, spam the hearts. And we're gonna see. We're gonna play which side is the loudest in the stadium. So, you know, it's a little delay. We'll wait, because I know it. I don't see no hearts. I know it ain't nobody. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. Okay. Wow. That's a weak heart. You're gonna need a defibrillator for that, John. All right. All right. Okay. All right. It's kind of popping. I see you. I swear to God, look like only 3 of y'all. All right. Stop. If you got, all right, stop. If you got T.I., spam the hearts if you got T.I. I know it's a little delay, and I'll even count the first round hearts, maybe still being a little bit for 50. But if you got T.I., spam the hearts right now, and we'll see.
Zulu Child said T.I. was ready for Floyd Mayweather. No wonder he's not startled by 50 Cent. That is, if you're ready to fight the undisputed boxing champ, you probably ain't too much worried about too much, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like T.I. He getting getting a little bit, a lot of hearts, man. If this shit was hooked up to a Fitbit, the Fitbit would be going crazy right now.
Well, this is gonna go on a whole another tangent, but bro, and I think I asked you this: 50 Cent posting the T.I. Crime Stopper thing. How, I just don't understand this street like logic, right? Because what T.I. said in the Crime Stoppers thing is, if you know, protect, he was naming like women, kids, and saying like, yo, we need to do better about the crime. So all these people doing the activism now, aren't you doing the same thing? Like,
that's a fact. But do you know why he did that? Why
so he wouldn't go to jail.
That's the thing. Listen, Slim, my man was facing automatic weapons charges. I think it was 20 years. And they were like, in order for a reduced sentence, you got to do whatever. You got to do a bunch of community service. And since you are a celebrity, we want you to do a commercial for Crime Stoppers. So, I mean, to me, come on, bro. What you want? Do you want reduced sentence? You know, that don't mean you got to get out here and be an informant for us. But we want to set up this camera. We want you to say, stop crime, in order to get a reduced sentence. It's part of a package deal. It's not like my man called Crime Stoppers like, hey, man, you know what you should do? You should let me do a commercial. For, you know, it wasn't like that. So for somebody to try to put it out there and position it like that, to me, it seemed like a bit of a reach. Because once everybody knows why it happened, I'm like, that's a little bit of a reach, Slim. Like, you know what you could do? You could bring them damn songs.
Right.
And you know, and settle it like that. But my thing is, somebody's calling you out on songs. I don't want to see a whole bunch of shit about you talking about, and when he was young, he hit a girl on the playground. Like, no. Like, come with the songs and let's see what's up.
I just thought it like, because they did that with Gunna recently, of like I think one of his friends, and I may be wrong, I don't know the exact, but I feel like the situation is one of his friends got killed, and he was on Crime Stoppers saying like, "Yo, if y'all have information," I don't understand. And again, I'm not a street guy. I don't understand the street culture. I don't understand what's wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, these people are looking for justice. In any other situation, these people would be wanting some kind of solution for this stuff. So it's like, yeah, they rap. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, who cares, bro? Like, I don't care about if Gunna was on a commercial or not. Do I like his music? Yes. Okay, cool. That's what matters.
That's the thing. That's what I know you for. That's what I like you for. All that other stuff that's not related to that, man, listen, I can take it or leave it. Somebody says San Quentin will do a commercial. I'm gonna go with the commercial. Facts.
Bro.
Facts, bro. Facts. 100%.
Bro, I'm gonna be right there. Camera 2, zoom in. All right, guys.
Yeah, how you say that? Stoppers? Oh, with the S? Okay, got it.
Should I wear a t-shirt with the phone number here? Like, what's the motivation?
That's a fact, man. So okay, so that was in the pocket. By the way, I like the segment already. I think we're gonna have to continue.
Oh yeah, I like this. See, T.I. got to play Swagger Like Us. That is an incredible record.
And people don't remember that was his song on Paper Trail.
That is very.
Now a lot of T.I.'s hits. Well, no. T.I.'s on a lot of songs that are other people's hits, and that's a song that people think, because the people that wanted that it might have been Jay's song or Ye's song. Or no, that was T.I.'s song. That was a good look. Yeah, that was a good look. By the way, two people in here, man, I really respect. AJ Beats in the building, and my guy DJ Street Orchestra in the building.
Orchestra, what up?
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, two great people in the building.
50 ain't gonna waste his time with T.I. Waste his time. I don't know about that. You gotta be from New York. That seemed like
how's that a waste of time? That man catalog just as diesel as yours, bro.
Yeah, just as to me, it's one of those battles that I never thought it would be a great one. But when I hear when you think of it, like, that's actually VA's own young Andrew Height. What up, bro?
Come on, Andrew Height in the building, man. Mr. Beach Boys surfing into swag surfing, greatest DJ transition joint I've ever seen. Yeah,
he killed that joint.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite videos, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. But to say that T.I.'s that 50 wouldn't waste his time with T.I. Well, who would he waste his time with, bro? Come on. Yeah. I mean, you can pull out somebody like Snoop or something like that, but listen, you have a worthy contender challenge you. Either you accept it or you don't. You could be like, nah, I just don't want to do it for whatever reason. I would respect that, but don't treat it like it's not a worthy matchup. It definitely is. You can just be like, nah, I don't want to do it.
The only thing that I thought was wild by T.I. that he said is that he wanted to go after Jay-Z. That one, that's where I was like, all right, bro, you going a little too far.
All right, man. Yeah. The ABS brake system is intact. I need you to pump them Jones just a little bit. Pump them brakes.
I just feel like Jay is on that league. One, I never think Jay's gonna battle like himself. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do Blueprint 1 versus Blueprint 2. Like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Jay is not. He's not gonna do that. I think when you're in certain positions, like, you would have to say that. I'm pretty sure 50 feels the same. Like, nah, I would go with Jay-Z. DMX said the same thing. Everybody wants to position themselves as high as they can, and what positions you higher in hip-hop than going against Jay-Z. The next would be a Drake, but Drake don't have the career like the same career. It would be a mismatch with Drake and a lot of these people. So, but the people like 50 and people like Jay and people like DMX, I mean, people like 50, T.I. and DMX, Jay is the logical person to say, I should go against him. Number one, because he's the highest, and number two, he's not going to do it.
Yeah, I think the only person that could go against Jay is probably Drake.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, Aubrey's taking an L on that one. I got on a shirt with Jay-Z lyrics on it. What do you want from me?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to give it a fair shot.
Are
we talking hits though, or are we talking? Yeah, okay. You're right.
That's decades.
I tried to think it out. Yeah, you're right. You got it.
Yeah, Drake would actually run out. Yeah. Jay-Z is one of the few people that can play his own songs and his own hits alone with no features and still have about 60, 70 in the tuck.
No, that's real.
Yeah, so yeah, he wouldn't even need Alicia Keys and everybody else. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Trying to make sure I ain't missed no questions in between. Do we want to get into this the out of pocket?
All right,
it's gonna be a whole
offbeat is what I'm gonna call this one. What
offbeat?
I don't know. It might be out of pocket. We'll figure that part out. But anyway, we'll go offbeat this time. Offbeat. Kanye West running for president.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna go somewhere else. Okay.
Nope, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Offbeat. I'm not gonna spend a whole bunch of time on it, as I hope you all will not spend a whole bunch of time on this. Very offbeat. We've seen it plenty of times before. It's a lot of shit going on. I'm not a politician. I'm not really into politics, but it's just too much shit going on. I've been saying on this show for quite some time, the antics are outweighing the music. I said that when the whole Ye project and all that shit came out in the Nas project. I'm like, the antics outweighing the music. Now you always do the antics for a rollout or whatever the hell it is you're doing. Then people take the bait, you back out of it, and then it's 50-50 on whether you're gonna get some okay music or not. And now it's becoming more likely you're gonna get bad music and you're gonna get more trumped up, pun intended, antics before the rollout. So now you got a bigger, crazier rollout and worse music every time. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'm not here to speak on nobody's mental nothing or whatever, but I will say this much. For me, now is not a time to be indifferent about certain shit. And now is not a time to be playing with a lot of shit. And your man's out here playing. He's playing a lot, and don't play with him. That's all I got on that. To me, shit is completely offbeat. I'm not riding. That's it.
Yeah. I think, man, how people get it confused is I think you could do great stuff in the world without being the president. Like, I like what Kanye's doing, like, as far as like the Gap and as far as business. I like what he's doing as far as like trying to build stuff and that stuff. But I don't want you to be, I want a president who has some political
ties,
prowess about it, you know?
Anything. My nigga did a interview with Forbes and said his party gonna be called the birthday party.
He could have came up with a better name than birthday party.
That's what I'm saying, man. Don't be out here playing, man. You out here
birthday party is a lot.
Shit is serious right now, cuz you out here playing.
The White House decorated like Chuck E. Cheese, like the birthday party is here.
Playing. And like I said, I'm not a politician, but now it's not a time for me to be indifferent. My man's like, I don't care if I split the black vote away from Joe Biden or whatever the fuck. I'm like, bro, now is not a time to be playing with certain shit. And you saying that is ironic because you're the same person that says George Bush does not care about black people. And now you just talking about how you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm not here for full hat Tuesdays under President Ye. I'm cool. Yeah. I'm not here to wear the mandatory full hat on Tuesdays. I just don't know what it is, but I'm starting to see niggas take it seriously. He can't even really do it. Let's let that shit go straight up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Kanye is one of those things where it's like, for me, it hurts, man, because I feel like if you're my age, you're like a Pharrell Kanye child. You know what I mean? Like, The College Dropout to me is one of the most influential like albums, you know, for me. And it's just like, I grew up like at one point Kanye could do no wrong. Like, I loved everything he's doing. And then it's like, he gonna figure it out. He gonna come back around. And now it's kind of like, all right, bro, like he just got to do his own thing. Like, you know, so for me, it's like, it sucks, man. Cause I looked up to him so much and, you know, and still what he does is he does some stuff that is like really
that's
great,
true.
But I just can't.
Yeah, he's not all bad in everything he does, but certain shit that he's doing antic wise, I'm like, nigga, you playing. And the music is suffering somewhat. It's becoming more missed than hit.
Right.
And that's really where the conversation as far as the context of this podcast goes. Even if we just focus on the music, it's like, bruh, get the music together. And as far as what you're going through personally, I don't know. I'll send you a get well card. I think you should get well. And like I said, Cosign was in here and Cosign walked me at least my Sonics into that camp, and the Kanye camp reached out to me and bigged me up and told me they like what I'm doing, and I really appreciated that. I super appreciated that. Don't get it twisted. But this year here,
President is different.
No, nigga.
Music and president is different.
Yeah. You playing, bro. Somebody gotta say something. So usually I don't speak about shit like that, but yeah, I just had to say it today.
How do you feel about the Pusha T situation? Have you heard about that?
The Pusha T and Drake on that Pop Smoke song?
Yeah. So Pusha T, he disses Drake on a Young Thug and Gunna song that's on Pop Smoke's album. To me, it's too many variables that I feel like it's almost like a clout chasing kind of move. Because on a Pop Smoke album, I feel like that's the part where it's like, all right, bro, he's passed. This is like, this is supposed to be his like, celebration album. Like, don't be dissing. Nobody wants to hear a diss record on someone who's passed album. You know what I mean?
Wait, let me ask you this. Was this song recorded after he passed?
I think so, because Pusha put it together. Pusha was like, I wanted Young Thug to be on here, and I wanted, and nobody knew that the lyrics, nobody had realized it was a diss until afterwards. Yeah.
Now, if it was recorded after Pop passed, then yeah, that's flag on the play. That's offbeat for real, way offbeat.
And then it's just like that's like me like making a diss record against. I'm trying to think of. That's like me and you like getting on a song, and I know you're really cool with Timbaland, but I'm making a diss record against Tim. It's like, yo, that's kind of a weird spot to put you in. Like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like on Young Thug's behalf, like that, they boys. Like, why would you do that? Like, so I just felt like it was. I feel like Pusha T is so wrapped up in this battle, which I get. Like, y'all don't like each other, but it's got to be a point where it's like, yo, put it on your own record. But I don't think if Pusha T did it on his own record, it would get as much shine as it. I felt like this was like, all right, I can get the maximum shine off of this one.
Yeah,
which I didn't necessarily like.
I feel that, and I think it might be a matter of, man, I just want to show how go hard that I am. That I don't give a fuck when it comes to battling, and I get that, and I appreciate that energy. But when it comes to someone passing away, and this being, now you get into tasteless. It's a tasteless move. It's kind of it's tacky, and I like pushing. I like how hard he goes, but I just think this was
a little too far.
Like I said, way off beat, bro. Yeah,
I don't. This week, as far as music, like I don't want to listen to the Juice WRLD's album, not because I'm sure it's got great records on it. It just, bro, it's too much sadness, bro. Like the Pop Smoke joint, I went back and listened to it. I like it, bro. Like the more I listen to it, the more I'm enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And it's just, listen to it, you be like, damn, this is sad. And then like now the Juice WRLD joint just dropped, and I'm like, bro, that's too much sadness for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like I can't listen to all this back to back. So I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna check it out eventually, but it's just
it's a bit much.
Yeah, too much post-death music where it's like, it's stressful, man.
Tearful weekend, man. Tearful weekend. Wait a minute. FJ Reckless. Let me tell you something, pimp. My man said top 50 hip hop albums of all time. 50 Cent number 21 and number 10. T.I. nowhere to be found. If that right there was the battle, then 51. But that wasn't a battle, bro. It's about bring your hits and let the people decide. Also, he sold a lot and all that stuff, but a lot of that music did not age well. And you got to play that shit in a battle in 2020. That
like
shit
Candy Shop ain't gonna hit like, what you know about
what
that.
You know
like,
about it's not. Come on, bro.
It's not gonna hit the same, bro. Like,
that's and what I'm saying.
Of course, you got Mini Man, you got like Wank. Even Wankster didn't really age as well, though.
Wankster aged horribly. Mini Man aged incredibly well, though.
Oh yeah.
That I will say, in that whole battle, if it ever happens, that might be the best song played in that entire battle.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be that one where it's like you don't know what to play against it.
Yeah, and the biggest hit played in that battle will be In the Club, for sure.
Which to me, and I know this is gonna be controversial, didn't age well.
No, it aged horribly.
I hate that record, bro. It's just because they play it so much, but it's just like, golly, I don't want to hear that record anymore.
Yes, it aged horribly from the beginning of Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday. It's
yeah.
ages horribly, but it's the biggest hit. And if people want to go, oh, that was the biggest hit, so that's the end of the battle, then you could just look at numbers and shit and determine who wins based off that. But when people play that shit, and when people, oh, that's my joint, the way people react and who people think won by popular opinion, that's where you at with it. So, you know what I mean? You can get out here with Wankster if you want to. Man, you better stop playing.
Man, like what you know about that is gonna go off. Beats Music said, why you want to go and do that? Slap.
Right, but against 21 Questions, if he plays that against 21 Questions, 21 Questions is gonna win.
21 Questions is one of those great songs.
And it aged well. That song aged well. Yeah.
Shout out to Mini Mafia.
Yeah, if I don't think he's gonna play either one of the songs I did for him, I would not suggest that he does.
But if Baby by Me, I don't think it's very fitting.
yeah. But if he does, I'll be happy. I'll be pretty happy.
This is for your baby moms. Have a baby.
I ain't gonna lie. If he play Baby by Me, I'm gonna be like, damn, this nigga lost like shit. And the other one I'm involved in, shout out to Team Demolition, is Crime Wave. And you gotta be a super street, super hippie hip hop, super almost New York motherfucker to even appreciate or know about the song Crime Wave. So I don't think he's gonna play either one of my songs in that joint. But he got some slaps, man. I just think T.I. joint just aged better.
Justified Music says In the Club is a wedding song now. Big facts. That's
dog.
the only. That's one of them songs. If you playing at the reception, let's see. If I hear In the Club from someone's car, I'm expecting someone to step out with Air Force One's long jean shorts and a do-rag underneath, uneven fitted. Pretty accurate. I'm not mad at that at all.
Wow, you sir, an artist the way you painted that picture.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a better battle than people think, man. Like T.I. has records, bro, to where it's just, you gotta think, man. Toomp. And he says only because trap is still popping. But that says something, bro. If trap is still going on, but that New York sound has died off like that, like it's saying something to the relevant. Trap has been going on for a long time now.
Yeah, and don't get it twisted. We've seen plenty of verses that were not trap, and they played songs that aged well. It was just a sound that was so domineering at the time, but it just wasn't meant to age well. That's just what it is.
And then I think a bigger thing is 50 has a lot less music in the grand scheme, like mixtapes and stuff. But as far as releases, he doesn't have as many. But like T.I. got years, bro, and he's got some joints on a lot of those projects. So it might not be his highest charting. If it was based on who charted the highest, okay, cool. 50's definitely gonna win. But if we're talking about hits that the people love,
that's what I'm saying.
If I got to bet, my chances are going to go with T.I. because he has more shots at getting records. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Who you think got the better features?
Oh, T.I. Because 50 don't have that
100%.
Many features. 50 don't have that many features.
Exactly.
Wait, Hate It or Love It, and
that's with Game. He's not playing no songs with Game.
I'm trying to think what else.
I know he got some. What?
Boy Wonder says, can 50 play the theme song for the Power Show? That is a good question.
Oh, he better. That would be good though. Whew.
Even though I don't really care for 50's part, I just like the hook.
That song going in incredibly hard. If you play the theme song to Power, now there's plenty of shit T.I. could play to crush that joint, but I ain't gonna lie, he played Big Rich Town. I'm two-stepping.
Ooh,
I'm doing the old head two-step.
Can T.I. play Bow Wow stuff?
I hope not. He probably could, but I hope not. But
that would be the disrespect.
Facts. Justified Music said T.I. stupid on the features. That's a fact, man.
That's real.
Bro, he can take you back to Destiny Child Soldier. Like,
that's real.
The man got features, bro. He got features, man.
Beats Music says, how you feel about Chris Brown versus Usher doing a battle?
I think it would be good. But for some reason, I'm not as excited about that as I feel like I should be.
Yeah. And even though, don't get me wrong, Chris got hits, I feel like Usher has more like ground, like changing the atmosphere hits. Like Confessions, anything you play against that Confessions is going to be a hard battle, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like OMG, you can't play if you battle like Chris Brown. You could play stuff like that. Like those were like humongous records. Chris got like records like that, but it ain't like Confessions, bro. You gotta understand like that moment, man.
Bro, and he could even pull stuff his first album. He had
Man,
like
with
a
the
couple
clown paint.
Come on, bro. Because Chris, it would be a battle of like Run It versus I forgot what the first Usher album had on it, but yeah, I think that would be a good battle. I got Usher winning that though. Yeah, I mean, and Chris from VA. I want to go VA. I want to do that, but just in all honesty, I just think Usher is going to take that.
You know, I'm torn on that one. You know, I'm from the Usher tree of disciples. You know what I mean? Like, but I am from VA, so I do want to go with the homie Chris Breezy. You know,
I tell you what, I've done 2 songs for Usher that never made the light of day. Oh, but wait, I did a joint for Chris Brown. It actually did come out though.
Oh yeah, you got it. Did you get a couple?
Okay, but I'm still going Usher though.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, still going Usher, man.
Someone say who want to battle R. Kelly? The federal
court system, right? The warden,
man.
Usher should go against Justin Timberlake.
Nah. Nah, I don't think so.
Nah,
I feel like it's different vibes, even though it's close. Different.
Yeah, I'm not riding with that. Hold on, let me see where we at as far as time. We got 57 minutes. By the way, I am not going to repost this first half of this podcast. And Beats, I know you do the timestamps. A lot of flagrant shit. Don't timestamp that for clips. I would appreciate that, brother. Yeah, only saying that because my DMs and my comments have been stupid lately.
Oh, bro, you've been sending me a lot of those ignorant ass joints.
I'm not here for the bullshit. So yeah, all the Kanye clips and the Crime Stopper shit y'all usually great at making the clips though. I'm not even tripping. But yeah, for some reason, man, people out here they going wild. Bro. They going wild.
How much time we got?
2 minutes or a minute and 45 seconds.
Okay, we can answer this real quick. What are the benefits for creating an LLC for your music production business? What are some ways to fund your music production career?
Well, number one, a benefit of creating an LLC, just think about what LLC stands for, Limited Liability Corporation, meaning that if something happens and you get sued, your company gets sued, you as a human being are not tied into your company and you cannot be sued along with your company. It can't take your personal assets. That is the number one reason for setting up an LLC. What was the second part of that?
And how can you fund your music production career?
Ooh, damn, we should probably answer that in the second half because that's gonna be long. And I'll be honest with you, I gotta think about that a little bit.
And also with the LLC, it's tax write-offs. Like you get a lot of breaks, you know, as long as you keep the bank account separate and you know, you're wise about how you spend it, you know, make sure you're not spending your personal out of the business account, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tax breaks, definitely the best. All right, we are off. Oh, no, we're not. We are about to be off on Instagram in 30 seconds. Listen, everybody, do me a favor. Come back as soon as we're out of here. We want you to come back for the second half. Please have questions, ask your questions. And I'm in a different type of zone today, so I'm probably gonna get more flagrant in the second half of this show. Spicy.
Yeah. I got a little Spice Adams going on right now. So. We can talk about Spice Adams soon when we come back.
Oh, that joke was hilarious.
Yeah. That fool is crazy, man. But yeah. All right, we out. Yeah.
Young YouTube, we will we still here. Let's see. Chris Brown and Usher should have a dance off. I think Chris would kill on that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of age difference there.
Yeah.
Too. All right, I'm about to hit the live button. Yes, sir. We are live again. I'm waiting for Triza to come in, but by the way, this is the second half of UnQuantized podcast. What up, Instagram? If you are just joining us, man, stick around. The first half of the show was kind of spicy, and I got a feeling that the second half is going to be even spicier. We're gonna up the Scoville units. It's gonna be more spicy in the second half. Yes, hot ones. We're on the last 4 bottles in the hot ones challenge. Zulu Child is back in here. High Mind's back in here. Prentice is back in here, man. Listen, Tay with the heat. She's in here, man. Listen, yeah, we bite for sure. We did a segment in the first half called Offbeat or In the Pocket. That was really good.
That one. I like that one.
Yeah, we got to keep running that back. So in case you didn't catch the first half, man, you can catch it on our YouTube channel tomorrow or whenever you're doing whatever you do this weekend. You should really check that out. Here's something that I wanted to bring up real quick. I think we should start a movement, or no, fuck that. I think we should demand that artists tag producers in their promos for the releases of their songs. I think it is our duty as producers to get what we deserve. And I'm not saying that artists they be bullshitting producers. Sometimes it might not even be top of mind. But I think as producers, we gotta ask for and demand. Well, we gotta demand our credit. And artists out here all the time, I release this song and it's dope and it's dope and it's dope. Blah 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 blah. Get my song. But really, the song is you and somebody else, cuz, or you and a few other people. And I think that as producers, we should demand that artists tag us in promo for newly released songs. If you feel what I'm saying, spam the hearts.
I like that. I agree with that. Yeah. Oracle for president.
Come on, man. Because I mean, artists out here. I mean, and no disrespect to my artist friends and my artist community, but start giving out some of that credit, cuz.
Yeah, we like followers. You know
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you released it. It's 15 songs. It's your voice, but shit, who's behind
that other
it?
50%?
Slim, give it up. Come on, you got to get the man behind the wheels credit. Let's do it.
Yeah,
shit, or the woman, whoever's producing it. But I just think a lot of times we take a back seat to shit unnecessarily, just because we don't speak up. And I just think that we should demand that. I mean, it's no sweat off your back to tag the producer. It's not like you're in competition with producers. Just give people credit, man. And I'm not even going to go newer artists, but I just think that there's a sense of entitlement, man. Like,
that's real.
My product, my release, my song. No, nigga, our song. Technically, people let you say this is MC such and such song.
Right.
For real, a producer could be like, no, it's me, it's you featuring me on the beat.
Nah, that's real.
You know what I mean? So I mean, but it don't have to be nothing real crazy. But just start tagging your producers on your releases, man. Like,
and some people do. I've had a couple people like that dude Jay Park, the dude on Rock Nation I did that record for.
Shout out to
I ain't gonna front. I love the way they did business. Business was very just like straightforward, very upfront. Like, everybody was cool. Every time they post, they tag. I believe in the YouTube comments, they put all our info in there. Like, it was great. Like, I love that. And I always appreciate like respect like that. But then it's like, it'd be some people who'd be, I don't know, man. Hey. Yeah, I think that should definitely be a part. This is why we got to figure out this union shit, bro.
Yeah. Or you know what? Before we could get to a union, I think we should take baby steps, and baby steps would be implementing certain rules and not treating them as suggestions or best practice. Like, no, this is a must. This is. Can we
put that in the producer deck?
Yeah.
Think you can get that off?
I think that could be slide that right up in the paperwork. Peep that slam paragraph 4, page 2. Read that shit.
Excuse me, sir.
Even though most producer decks are only 1 page, now we got a 2-page deck.
No, that's real.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I just wanted to get that off, because I just think that we should do that, and it's something that I rarely see. And then when people do it, you know what it is? It's artists that have come to me, and big up to them. It's artists that have come to me, and I know they came to other people, like you were just talking about, with the K-pop situation. They'll be like, yo, man, I want to tag you on this, or I want to tell people that you're the producer. I'm like, thanks, man. Like, that's awesome. What a big person of you. And then it gets me to thinking, like, wait a damn minute. That shit should be standard, bro. What are you talking about?
Basil?
Yeah. So
let's see. Just Grizz says should be a part of the lease and exclusive deals.
Talk about
Big facts. Producers need their credit, dog. It's my credit, and I need it now.
Talk about it.
Let's see. So add the producer on a split sheet, and if they got a chorus on the beat, add publishing. Well, the producer should already be on the split sheet. Yeah. And they should already be on the publishing. So,
Yeah, definitely. That is standard practice.
Yeah.
Just like it's standard practice to have a producer on the split sheet, it should be standard practice to tag them in all promo. Especially now, there are no liner notes.
Right.
There are no liner notes. So everything people see is on some type of social media.
That is big facts.
So come on, man. Don't leave your people out, man.
Let's see. Best advice on marketing to producers versus artists. It seems UnQuantized target and funneling is producers. Should one do both? That seems like having two businesses, though.
It depends on what are you selling and who are you selling it to. Once you know your ideal customer, then that's who you target. So depending on what you're selling, like if you're selling beats, then you don't want to target market towards producers. You want to market towards artists. If you're selling sample packs or something, you don't want to market towards artists, not necessarily. You want to market towards producers. So it all depends on who your ideal customer is and what you're selling.
Big facts. Let's see. Quick moment. I'm proud of this week. For those who are interested in my journey, I got a new record that's co-produced by my brother, Shy Infinite, called Carry On. Oh, dope.
Hey, man. Shout out to Beats, man. Go support our guy. Beats does good work, man. He does. Let's start that. Beats does great work. You know what I mean? He's very consistent. The stuff that he puts out is it's always good, bro. It's always good. And like I said, that challenge he did, one of the longest running challenges I've ever seen. So go check Beats out for sure.
And something that, I'm just going to throw it out there. This is just me making up marketing triz on the spot. Mm-hmm. Yo, look into micro influencers, right? I would go, say I had $300 to spend. Instead of spending on one big person on TikTok or something to make a video, I would hit a bunch of people and be like, yo, I want you to make a video to my song. I'll pay you $50, $20, whatever, for them to make. Most of these people who have under like a certain amount of followers aren't used to making money, so they don't know what to charge. And they'll take, people will have people like, yo, I can make a video and make $50. I can,
Yeah, and there'll be less bots too.
Just find and just look at people with high engagement, and then I would pick those people, get a bunch of people to make videos to your song, and then use that to keep flipping it.
Yeah,
but I think that would be, a good way to keep since you got a challenge that's moving, man. I think that would be a good way that you could kind of keep it going, get more exposure to it.
Definitely, good advice, bro. Good advice.
Tay, what up, man? Shout out to my bro, the Tay, super dope producer, creator.
For sure.
Let's see, triple charge for the untagged, unrecognized type beats. I like it.
Triple charge. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was the question. Can you talk a little bit more about funding your production career, small business loans, grants, other ways?
Listen, I don't really know about the grant way or the loan way. I funded my production career. Let's go sound design, because my production career honestly did not need funding. If we're talking about like acquiring equipment, I didn't really go fund it, but we could even talk about my sound design career. That funded itself. And what I mean by that is I started out using ways that were free. I did everything I could to sell things that were free. I didn't have a website. I didn't have any ads. I used to sell to people in their DMs. Triza will remember this.
I would go over his house. He over there like,
dog. I used to, and not like spamming people. It wasn't like a spam thing. Like I would genuinely talk to everybody as a person, introduce myself, tell them what I was selling and who I was. And if they wanted to buy it after I talked to them, I would shoot them a link. And then when they bought it, I would have to check my email and manually send every person the link. This is like Oracle Pack 1 days. And I did that for a year or something like that. Like literally just manning my email. It was a horrible way to do business, but it was free. I didn't know. In the meantime, I was learning about setting up a website. I even did that horribly. I was learning about automation, so I don't have to get into the email and do that with people. But it was all free. And then I was able to make money with the free method, and that money I was able to put to starting my Shopify site. I was able to put to investing in digital product delivery apps or, and things like that. So for me, I never went the small business loan route or anything like that route. I just did what I could with what I had, pooled my resources after I had a little bit more, did lower level things, and then just continue building on that. And now, like me and you, we use things that are $100 a month, $150 a month, $300 a month. But it took a while to build up to even getting to using things like that. And I will say, in closing with this, is using that method, you don't stress yourself out. You don't owe anybody back. And you learn as you go. Like what you have is equivalent to the amount of people and the amount of experience you have. And you learn how to master things on that level. And as you grow, you get more people and you learn how to master things on that level. So think about it. If you didn't know anything, you didn't have anything, and then you got a loan for $1 billion, you're going to go get the top level shit and the top level this and the top level that. You don't even have enough people for that, nor do you know how to utilize these tools. But if you start small and work on the level that you're at, you'll be a master on all levels. And then, you'll be appropriate as you climb up.
Yeah. What I was going to say, to piggyback off what you were saying, is I would be careful about taking loans when you don't have a proven income strategy, because if you're not making money with $0, you're not going to make money with $10,000 or $20,000. It's the same. If you can make money with zero, then all that 10 or whatever that loan is just going to amplify that, right? But I would figure out, without investing all this stuff, how you can make this a business, and then just don't take any profit out. They call it like bootstrapping, but like, just start a business, get sales, and put everything back in. If the easiest way to explain is like Facebook ads. Like if you're putting $20 in a day on Facebook ads, but you're making back 80, you would do that every day, right?
Yeah.
So instead of taking that, that profit, that's $60, and spending it, I would put that right back into whatever I got going on, right? And so then you spending $80 a day to make back however much. So you got to think of it the same way with business. Be careful with them loans, bro. That loans and stuff is a slippery slope, man. Like I would try to DIY as much as possible.
Yeah.
Just so you're not owing stuff and you're not putting yourself in debt. And it's a reason why it's hard to get a loan for music, because it's not always easy to make money off of music, and people don't consider art as like a viable business until you prove, in a different way, like, okay, I can make money from this. Yeah. So, Shark Tank it, man. Like you go on Shark Tank, they're going to ask you, what is your sales? How much profit you making? You know what I mean? Like, you need to know these things, and then I would go for the loan. But
talk about it.
Anybody that goes on Shark Tank and they ain't got no sales, they never going to get the loan. Unless they got a fire idea that ain't nobody got, and they got a patent. That's the only people that get deals in Shark Tank.
That's the fact. If I had to summarize what we're saying, is don't put yourself underwater before you learn how to swim.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Street Orchestra. He said dude been making sounds since before he became famous doing it. That's a fact. First of all, bro, I like to applaud you for calling me famous. But I remember man, we go back to college. I think I met Street Orchestra when I got my first MPC. That was my I got a credit card. On campus they would try to sell you the little credit card jumps. I got my first credit card, and it was for a G, and I maxed the whole joint out on an MPC, and it was goodbye class.
You see how Oracle funded his career?
100%. Thank you for being in History Orchestra. You brought that to mind. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Is selling beats online still a feasible business?
Yes. Yes, indeed. You know what? Some people might say no, and then you're gonna hear the word saturation, and all this shit is getting saturated. Let's keep it funky. Selling sounds saturated, beats saturated, even podcasts in a minute saturated. But
everything.
If you saw my producer grind interview where I was on their podcast and they asked me the same question, it's probably like 2 years ago or 3 years ago at this point. I said they asked me if I was worried about the sample pack game becoming saturated. And I said, no, sir. And the reason why is because no matter what you're in, no matter what industry it is, the cream will always rise to the top. Mm-hmm. There's always going to be a top tier of people that are going to be successful. There's always going to be a top tier of people that are going to make money and have the admiration of fans and acquire new clients, new customers, XYZ. Just make sure that you are that cream that will always rise to the top. So, you know, when you go to Starbucks and that motherfucking foam that be at the top of your cup, cause I'm in the foam. I'm always be in the foam. And that's where you should position yourself. And if you start late and you're behind the 8 ball, you might have to work a little bit harder. But if you really want it, hell, man, just being consistent puts you ahead of 50% to 80% of the competition in anything that you're doing. Because a lot of people have ideas. They got these pie in the sky shits and they feel like doing it this weekend, but then it's a bit much the next weekend. Nah, people that really want to do it, they're going to be the hustlers. They're going to be the ones that go hard and they're going to do it. And they're going to surpass 80% of the people just off of sheer ambition and consistency. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, yeah, shit is saturated everywhere. But listen, man, consistency, marketing, branding, and hustle will get you seen. Once people can tap into you and see what you got, if your product is good, they're going to keep coming back. You keep flipping that, you're going to stay in the phone, man. You're going to be in the cream all the time.
And it's something that I've learned, and I talk about it. I got the book right here. You know what I mean? Your boys.
Come on, man. Look at him, man.
I mean, this is I'm gonna say it quick because it's like a very it takes a while to understand it, but it's more about the offer than it is. You could be in a saturated business, but as long as your offer is better than everybody else's, then you can compete against them. But I think how people get confused is offer doesn't mean lower your price. Offer means make a better value for somebody. So you got to figure out ways to make a better value for the rappers or whoever that you're, selling beats to. But it doesn't necessarily mean like, I'm gonna sell you 50 beats for $10. Like that's not an offer. I mean, it is in a way, but when I talk about it, it's like, like building up something, adding stuff to it, giving them more stuff of value. So, consider that. But man, it's people out here making killing, dog. Look at Legion Beats, bro.
Come on, bro.
Legion is that guy right now, bro.
Talk to him. Yes. And look for something special coming from me and Legion in a minute. Yo, also, it's people out here, and Triz, I showed you this joint the other day, and listen, this is about to be I'm about to just make an example out of somebody without saying their name. Somebody hit me up, sent me a DM and said, yo, what platform or how should I sell my sample pack? I don't know how to sell it or what platform to get people to buy it on or how to send them zips or whatever. It was like a real basic question. And then it ended with, because I'm trying to put it out today. That is the shit that I'm talking about. That is some of the competition right there. So you can see where just learning and doing things the proper way will jump you ahead of people like that immediately. So it's ways to shortcut the line. And to be fair, what I told that person is I was like, first of all, you need to really push back whatever the hell you plan on doing. It's not going to be a
couple months.
You got to learn marketing. You got to learn the difference between the different platforms that you can even have e-commerce. You got to learn email list and all that. It's a lot that you got to learn. You should probably push this back, like way back.
Never worry.
And to dude's credit, he said thanks for the advice. I'm gonna go ahead and push it back and study up on these things. But saying all that to say there's a common misconception that you could just, if you build it, they will come. I can just slap some shit together and throw it online and they're gonna buy it, even if I don't know how to put it online. I'm like, yo, come on, that's the basics of it. So it's like a lot of that going on.
I feel like me and Oracle have been working on the same like 3 things, bro, for like 2 years. And I feel like we're just getting to the point where it's like, oh, I get it. And this
Yes.
is like 2 people doing this every day and then exchanging notes all day. Like once a week, we'll call each other like, yo, did you try this? All right, what about this? And so there's 2 people. So we're covering a lot of ground
Yeah.
and 2 years of doing this every day. And we're just getting to the point like, oh, this is how you
Yes.
finesse it, you know?
Bruh. I mean, listen, man, it ain't each, and we're in a position where we could do stuff, put stuff out. People see it, people buy it, you know, whatever. And we still constantly are trying to improve and get better, and every day. And this is 2 of us back and forth, you know, with 2 separate businesses helping each other out.
You're right.
Come on, bro. You can't just get out here and think that you're gonna fucking drop a seed on the ground and come back tomorrow. You're gonna have a forest. It don't work like that. Because you don't work like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta get it together. Man, niggas need tough love out here or something. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know.
Beats Music says it's like when you lose a lot of weight and someone asks how'd you do it, they always look disappointed when your answer is diet and exercise. They want the cheat code. That's facts.
Yeah, like give me the pill. Oh shit, Beats and Bars show. What up? I definitely see the progress in what you guys offer. Shout out to Beats and Bars show.
It.
I did a interview with them. Matter of fact, it was a super fun interview that I did with them, man. It was probably years ago at this point, but if you can,
I remember.
If you can, man, go find that, man. Go check them out, man. Good people, real good people.
King Deuces, what up, bro?
Hey,
from CAU.
King Deuces, what up, man?
He from the DMV.
Oh, come on, gotta go overtime on air horns for the DMV family.
Hey, you know, you already know.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know where I thought you was gonna go with the
offbeat.
What's the? You guys tell me the show one more time. What is the?
Okay, so it's offbeat and in the pocket.
Okay, offbeat in the pocket. My offbeat that I thought you were gonna go is this whole topic of the sample stealing that's going on.
Oh yes. All right, boy. Before we get into it, can you let's give the people some background in case people don't know what we're talking about and what the thing that sparked this whole conversation up again was.
So on Pop Smoke's newest album, it's a record on there produced by, I believe, Cash Money AP and a couple other people. And it's a loop on there that another producer, I believe his name is Wilo.
Yeah.
I know he's from Sweden, right? And it goes back to my theory. All them people from Sweden, I don't know what it is over there, bro. But when it comes to samples and loops, they on some otherworldly kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're great.
But apparently someone replayed, he sent the sample, he was dealing with some of those people in that camp. They took the sample and they replayed it, and it's pretty much exact. Like, it's pretty much a couple sounds are different, the pitch is different a little bit, but it's pretty much damn near the exact same loop. And you know, it's basically like, yo, you stole this from me, and it's just one of those situations where everybody's talking about, like, you know, like, is this stealing? What if it's royalty free? Like, do we gotta give people like credit for anything, you know? So it's just it's a big discussion. And I feel like when it comes to like master clearance and royalty free, people have these like misconceptions about it anyway. So, you know, I thought it would be like a good thing to talk about.
Man, the way I'm going off today. You really want to get into this bag?
Let's do it.
All right, bro. All right. The whole master clearance versus royalty free thing. That exact conversation this week started on Monday. And Illmind he actually did a long Twitch explaining his thoughts on master clearance versus royalty free. And at first he gave a really great breakdown of publishing and royalties, you know, the writer portion, the performance portion, very thorough breakdown. Salute to him for that. And he he gave his opinion on master clearance versus royalty free. As a lot of you know, his stuff is master clearance, and that's what he leans towards. And he was saying it's not like he hates royalty free. He gave very good reasons. But what I'm here to talk about is not that. Salute to Illmind. It's the reaction from producers and the way that they view royalty free stuff. More importantly, the way they view master clearance stuff. Let me tell you this. I have a company where I have both. I have royalty free packs and I have master clearance packs. The number one reason why I started doing master clearance packs, there's more reasons now, but the number one reason was because I started bringing people onto my team. And I didn't think it was fair to ask people to put in work. Of course, we get paid. We make money over here. But I didn't think it was fair to have people that I asked to be on my team put in work, then shit shows up on a number one album and they don't get any royalties, because a lot of these people have never gotten a placement before. And I thought that would be highly irresponsible of me to bring people in on the team and then have them go through seeing that shit on a major artist and not be able to benefit from it other than what the initial sale was. So that's why I started leaning towards master clearance. There's more reasons why I do it now, but a lot of producers that I see that are against master clearance, I think it's just a short-sightedness. Like, you really don't get it. People are like, why should I buy the kit and then if I turn around and place it, I now have to split profits with you? Fair question. Let me answer that shit for you though. Slim, do you realize that for, let's say, for the low cost of $24.99, and I'm gonna use Illmind as an example. Let's say for the low cost of $29.99, you could get a pack full of loops from somebody who has placements, like legit fucking placements, right? No sweat off your back. That's $24.99. You can find that in a couple couches if you dig hard enough, right?
Real talk. You
get the placement. You wouldn't have got the placement if it wasn't for the loop. Okay, everyone understands that. But here's where people are missing the ball completely, or dropping the ball completely, missing the point, all that shit. You get that placement. If it was just you, it's such and such produced by Joe Blow, who nobody know. Okay, who cares? I mean, people might care. A certain subset of people might care. But now, if you have to split that royalty and that co-production with somebody who, by the way, is partially responsible for you getting the placement in the first place, now it's Joe Blow, who nobody know, and Illmind produce this song. People are gonna check for his name. You see what I'm saying? So now people are checking for your name, and now the blogs are gonna pick it up, and now certain other people are gonna pick it up. Now you get more shine and you get more light. How much did it cost you? $24.99. $24.99. And the split some royalties. But now you're getting some shine, you might get more placements without him, or without me, or without anybody. But now you're on people's radar because you did this song and you're featured alongside somebody that somebody was checking for. I think people are totally abandoning that aspect of it. And it's such a low barrier to entry. And your ego, your arrogance, and just your sheer lack of morals, to be honest with you, are cutting you out from a potential just great opportunity. Bruh, you could do that and you could do 15 other joints with nobody else on it. But you gotta, that is a small investment to make in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. And I find a lot of these people who aren't willing to make that small investment in themselves, they're also making songs on crack dolls with stolen VSTs and stolen sample packs and all that type of shit. That's not really going to get you far. You got to learn to invest in yourself. At some point, you're going to have to break bread with somebody. When you get that place, guess what? When you get that placement on your own,
you're going to have to pay a lot of people.
You could, bruh, you still got to, no more, you got to break bread with the artist. You already know that. And there's probably going to be a writer on that joint. And then if it's a major label, they might have brought in a keyboardist. So They might have snuck their in-house producer in there with you somehow. Like, you're gonna have
pay
to
a
break bread.
manager. You're gonna have to pay a lawyer.
At some point, you have to invest in yourself. But when I see you running from a $24.99 investment, bro, like that shit is a shame. Now, for some people, that's not your cup of tea. You would rather not use loops altogether, or you just don't like the idea. I get it. It's for the people that are saying, why do I have to pay for the pack? Number one, if you admire the company and you want that company to keep the lights on, you want to keep that company running, that is what that is. And let's call it a fee, a license fee. That's your fee to get it, bro. It's $24.99 or however the fuck much it costs. Like, it's so low that if you're averse to that type of shit, you're gonna have a very, very hard time. And I just don't think people really understand that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, somebody shut me up if I'm wrong.
And here's the thing that I think is crazy. A lot of times, the people who don't like the master clearance type packs be the same people who be sampling damn Prince and the Jackson 5 and and be like, and be completely fine with that. But no, if you even place one of those records, they taking, bro, off rip, they taking 35,
33% is the minimum.
Bro, they taking the whole joint. But they cool with that. And they don't see it as the same thing as, like, all you're doing is paying for the convenience that, all right, cool. When this gets placed, they're gonna take this percentage, which is gonna be a smaller percentage, and you know what I mean? But I'm getting all these ideas that are very great from somebody that I can potentially shop out. And it makes you look so much better if, like, if I got like all these loops and they sound crazy, and then I put some drums on it and I go play it, my stock as a producer goes way up.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess it's because we're from, I don't want to say we're from.
I'm from that era of samples where off of a record, and that shit that's a total different pain. and I was never like, man, I was never digging in the record store like, well, I gotta buy the album if I gotta pay for it if I sample it. Like, that shit to me don't even make sense.
Right.
Like, even to me as a kid, I understood this concept. I'm like, the record store that I buy these records from has to stay open somehow. I have to buy these records. I admire this store. And if I want to keep mining for records to potentially make hits, they have to keep the damn lights on. Like, it's a business. And not a lot of people, maybe none, are going to get an actual placement. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the whole business does not run off of placements. And you may be like, well, that's your bad and all that. But I just think that with that type of mentality, a lot of things that are resources to you that you take for granted will shrivel up and die, and they will go away. And there's also people out there that are like, see, that's why you should just make your own sounds. For some people, no, the hell you
don't do it.
Listen,
don't do it.
That's like saying, listen, the prices in the grocery store is way too high. That's why I'm just going to be a fucking farmer. Bruh, you're going to have 2 years of starving because you don't know how to farm. You're going to grow shitty crops and the locusts are going to eat all your shit. You should have just went to the grocery store. You could have been eating.
Trash ass tomatoes. Get these out of here.
Bruh, these things are resources to you. The barrier to entry compared to a lot of other industries is so low. There are certain industries where thousands of dollars is what is needed to gain access to certain resources. Here we're talking about $25 to $50 or whatever it is. And I just think you have to wrap your mind around the fact that you have to invest in yourself. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to buy master clearance sample packs. What I'm saying is, as a community, we have to wrap our minds around the fact that you have to invest in your business. And if $50 is making you shit your pants, then get out of the business.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time.
Get out.
You're gonna have a real hard time.
You ain't gonna make it, bro. You ain't gonna make it.
Because, man, dog, it's been situations where I've got a placement and other people have made, once I pay everybody out, other people have made more money, because you got to think of how many you got to pay lawyer, you got to pay the other producers on there, you got to pay, you know what I mean, like taxes. Once you figure, you be like, bro, like I ain't really make too much, but I'm so used to paying out, bro, because that's part of the business. To me, if you want to get further, you're gonna have to collaborate, and you're gonna have to pay for that collaboration because they did work too.
Yes.
You know, and if someone, and it's simple, dog. If you think it in reverse, if you made something and then someone makes a #1 hit out of it, you telling me you're not gonna want a piece of your publishing? You're telling me that you're not gonna want your credit on there,
bruh?
So it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Know, you have to look at it as like a responsible, like person, and just be smart about it. Like, this business isn't about one song, and that's how I could tell people who've been in the industry for a while and people who are new, is because if you're stressing about like one beat and you're like overly like about it, that means it's like, okay, you don't get it, because it's really about getting 10 placements, not the one. You know what I mean? And so if you're trying to shortcut everybody on the first one, it's like, I'm definitely not doing business with you in the long run, because it's going to be a mess.
You just got to do more business. If this is a big deal to you, that means that you're not doing enough business. You just got to get out there and do more business. By the way, shout out to Verletta in the building. Dope writer, dope artist. What up? But
shout out to you.
Yeah, my whole thing is, these are resources, man. Like, take it. These are people that are established, that are willing to lend you resources, and all they're asking for is to be broken off a little bit. But like I said in the beginning, I don't think people realize how much it benefits them having their name next to somebody. Like, it helps you. It's not someone trying to take from you. It's actually adding to what you're doing. I don't see how you don't get it. And if for $24.99, I could just keep doing that. And come on, let's think about this too. It's not like, and I keep using $24.99, but you know it ranges. It's not like for $24.99, you're getting this one idea. You're usually getting like 50,
right?
Fucking 50 with stems and shit. Like, man, get out of here. Get out of here, man. Like, and some people can do it themselves, and some people might not want to use samples, and they're good at salute to you. Like I said, I'm not saying you got to use sample packs. I'm not saying you got to use master clearance, but what I am saying is, don't get out here and shit on something the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand what it is, and if it's not for you, leave it alone, but don't shit on it, because it's a resource and it's helping a lot of people.
That's big facts. And okay, to get back to the that Pop Smoke record with was it Wallow and Cash Money AP? So how do you feel about that? Because from my understanding, right, and I did some research, but I still didn't get the full gist of it, is the dude they were trying to sign the guy from Sweden. He had some other offers, so he was going back and forth. Then this song comes out, and it's basically a remake of his loop.
Foul. I'm calling foul. That's fucking foul, man.
Yeah,
that's foul. Somebody DM'd me the other day and asked me if I could recreate some track. But I'm like,
I hate that, bro.
I'm like, yo, leave me alone. Slim, don't you know what a violation you're committing right now by even talking to me like this, by even asking me that shit? You have you no soul, sir?
Right.
What are you doing? Somewhere there's a producer who got a stomach ache and he don't know why, because somebody's asking another person to recreate their track. Listen, man, I don't know if he fell out with them or whatever, but bruh, you somebody should pop you in the nose for being crazy like that. But I honestly though, with that situation, I just think it's kind of foul that if that is in fact what happened. I don't know, but that's what the story is. If that is in fact what happened, I just think that that's not good business, bro.
Like, I hope good. I hope they get resolved. I hope my homie gets his publishing, and it's just tricky, man. And I hope that people understand it's like, yo, you gotta pay people and you gotta credit people, because I think, was it Busy? I think I was listening to Busy, and he was talking about like it puts like this distrust in the community. Like, so now people are gonna be acting funny against, like, people aren't going to send out samples and stuff, which is a big thing. Dog, Diego is a good example. It's hard to send Diego samples because he already is like, I don't know if I trust it. You know what I'm saying? So he's already on guard about it unless you cool with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't blame him one bit, because there's so many people that it's like, you start doing business with them, and then it's like, oh, I want 50% of this, and you're like, bro, what the, you know what I mean? Like, how did this? So I think it just needs to be more open communication. Like, people need to understand, like, yo, these loop guys are important, the engineers are important, everybody's a piece of this one goal, so everybody needs to be a part, and take care of each other, man. Like, yo, you got to look out for your fellow producer. It can't be this like, it's like, you can't be this thing where I'm fighting for publishing and I'm cutting you out. Like, that's the old way the music business was. The new way to me is like, yo, we're gonna collaborate and everybody's gonna bring each other up. And you can't do that fighting over pennies. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, let everybody eat, man. Like, you might not get rich off the one, but if y'all can get 10 together, y'all all can get rich,
100%, bro. 100%. I've seen the greats do it all the time. They're constantly breaking bread. And that's the thing too. There are a lot of people out there that break bread a lot. Like, for me, I got staff and all these people. I break bread constantly. But what I found is the more people I bring on, of course, the more I got to pay out, the more I break bread, but the more successful I become. And
the less stress you have.
The less stressed I am. And now guess what? Other people are becoming successful too. So now that feeds another part of me that couldn't be satisfied with just me making money or me becoming more successful. Now you get to big other people up and put them in positions to do other things. And I think at a certain point, if you're selfish, no matter how far you go, if you don't help other people, if you don't fulfill that need of making bosses out of people or helping people make their dreams come true, you will never be fulfilled, because that's something that money cannot give you. And to be really considered a great to me, or really be considered a GOAT, you got to give back. You got to uplift, and you got to add to the ecosystem, and you got to add to the community. Now think about that. I would never be in a position to break bread and bring people on and help people out if I was averse to spending $24.99. Get out of here. Facts. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. Like, I've even been the guy where somebody like stole my idea. And bro, the story is so wild, is that I had made this beat and I was using this effect, dog. This is years ago. This had to be like 2010, right? Maybe. And I was using this effect, and everybody's trying to figure out what I was doing. And I had this batch of beats that everybody was loving, right? And then somebody hit me like, dog, somebody's playing your beats on this. G-Unit had this TV show where they were like looking for producers. Dog, the dude was in there playing remix of my beats in there. And the crazy thing is, I knew the dude, right? So it just made it like so, and it was just such a situation. I'm just like, bro, like, why would you even like, yo, if the idea was that great, we could have collabed, we could have did something. But he tried to finesse the situation, but he didn't realize it was being recorded, right? And I wouldn't have never known. Swerving for the fans. What up, bro?
Swerve, what up?
You actually know this. You know who this person is too. But it's all good.
I got have a meeting. Yeah.
Oh, but Swerve for the, is this Young Irv?
That's Irv. Yeah, that's Irv.
Young Irv. Yo.
I didn't even know you knew Irv,
bro. Okay, this is a sidetrack story. My music career in Atlanta, a lot of it is due to Irv, bro, because I interned at DTP. DTP, the guy that started me, his name was Ricky. Ricky and Irv were friends. They grew up together, right? So Ricky introduced me to Irv, and they were the first people that I knew that was like really working and popping out here. They took me to LA, bro. Like, so a lot of me, like, my first trip to LA, first time ever in LA, was thanks to them. So yeah, a lot of stuff I learned, bro, like seeing high level production and stuff, is through Irv, man.
Shout out to Irv. I don't even remember how I met Irv, but I just know I met him. We got cool, and then one day he came to my crib and was going ham on my equipment, and we was producing some shit together. I don't even remember how we met, but I just remember it went from we met, and then he was at my crib, and we was on the equipment. That's all I know. But shout out to Irv, man. Shout out to Irv, man.
Yeah, dog. But yeah, man, people gotta look out for each other, man. Yeah. And especially in the producer community, man. It's hard to get on anyway. So it's like, man, like, help other people, man. Don't be jacking these loops, man. If you can, even if it's royalty free, man, give people the credit if you can. It don't really hurt you. You know what I mean? It's now
you fucking talking, bro.
It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna take anything away. People ain't gonna look at you less like, oh, he collaborated with somebody over a record. No, they don't care. Is it a hit record? Do people like it? That's all they care about.
Yeah, it's funny. We were talking about this earlier this week. I think it was on Monday in the Unquantized Elites group chat. And what I was talking about as far as that goes is, as human beings, we have a deep need to reciprocate. It's just psychologically, when someone gives us a kind gesture, we feel the need to reciprocate it. Now, if you do a kind gesture for somebody that you did not have to even do, i.e., you didn't have to give credit to somebody, but you did, now the need to reciprocate that grows tenfold. And what the way that came up was, they asked me, they were like, I think it was like, has anybody ever given you credit on royalty free and you didn't ask for it? Or would you be mad at them if they didn't? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't be mad if I put it out to be royalty free and you didn't have to give me credit. Of course, I'm not going to be mad at you. But if it was royalty free and you did not have to give me credit and you did, the chances of me walking you into another opportunity where you can make more money is more likely, because I'm like, once again, because of the human nature to reciprocate, especially unnecessary deed. I'm like, yo, that's a good dude. And now if something comes up and that person, they're top of mind, I think they might fit in. I'm like, you know what? Let me hit you up and walk you in with XYZ, or I'm working on such and such, and I thought about you. You know what I mean? So it does not hurt to be kind. And also, a lot of times you don't know what people could be as a resource. So if you make it your business or part of your nature to be kind and do kind gestures for people, even if you don't know what your ROI or your return on investment is going to be, things will work out for you more than not. That's what I do. The shit has worked for me all the time. And to give without expectation is a very tough discipline to master. But once you do, things will pan out for you a lot more than not. And it usually costs you zero to just make a kind gesture to big somebody up or tell other people about somebody when you didn't have to.
That's big facts. Yeah, man. So hopefully, man, I hope the guy that makes the loops, apparently he's like a big loop guy. I had never really heard of him until this situation.
But apparently he's responsible for a lot of joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was saying he didn't even really like that loop. That joint was hard. I was like, oh, that's a probably little, sample. So hopefully, they get that situation straight,
He seems to be a humble guy, man. I wish him the best, bro. I wish him the best for sure.
Yeah, sure. I hope they figure it out. And then, even for like I don't know Cash Money AP, but I just hope it gets cleared up, because I don't want a bad situation on his name either, because I feel like, especially with stories like this, people only realize the negative side, right? Mm-hmm. Just like when someone gets like some wild allegations, and it could be not true, but people only hear the negative side and they judge you by that for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? So hopefully they can get this squared away, especially, on a Pop Smoke joint. That's supposed to be a celebration of this man's life. So,
Talk about it. Mm-hmm.
It's just wild that these the albums that get all the drama. It's like, come on, bro. Like this is supposed to be the one where it's like, yeah.
Yeah, like what's that about, bro? But you're absolutely right, man. Like, this album is not supposed to be the album where all this bullshit is going on. It's really supposed to be a celebration. So I hope it gets cleared up, man. I hope it gets cleared up.
And the other thing is that it could, like, it's other producers on there. It's been times where somebody's giving me a beat and like, yo, and I start messing with it, and I don't know where they got the loop from. So you don't really know the situation. So it's like, it's tricky, man. That's why I just feel like we all got to just be cool about like giving credit and respecting people for their work. Yeah,
100%, bro. 100%. All right. Well, is there anything in the comments before we switch lanes? Because this is a real good conversation, so I don't want to miss anything good in the comments.
Let's see. Irv says, bro, you just said the word right there, given without expectation.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just watched David Rose bio. He literally sold 500 million records. Collaboration, indeed.
Listen, man. Collab.
David Rose. Where's David Rose from? Why do I know that name?
Refresh us, bro. Refresh us.
Yeah. Let me know. I know it's like when you said the name, it's like it sounds familiar, but I have no idea what I know him from.
Yep. Facts.
That's the worst. Hey, bro, I found this on YouTube. Can you recreate this for free?
Slim. Get out of here. I'm not even recreating it for pay. That's somebody else's shit. No, thank you.
Right.
And it's not even my style.
Bro, I hate that, bro.
That be the shit. Like, first, wait, and I'm not gonna rehash this whole thing, but do people realize what a position that they're putting you into? Can you recreate this beat? So wait a minute. Now, this beat is probably not even my style. You want me to basically steal from another producer and then incriminate myself by putting my name on it? Man, if you don't
make sure you put your tag at the beginning.
Man, get all the way the fuck out of here with that.
Catch that lawsuit.
Craziness. Are you serious?
Do you think T.I. plays blur lines?
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's fair. Shit, it's not like it's not known. It's not like it's not settled. Shit, actually, I would be trying to make that work for me at this point.
I'm getting everything I can out of that one.
This bitch at least. Let's see. David, Ross Rofield, Stevie, Whitney, and Celine Dion.
Okay.
Facts. That's nice. That's dope.
You say he got a bio? I gotta check that out. Is that like a documentary? Like, let me know. I need a good music documentary in my life right about now.
That sounds fire, man. That sounds fire. All right. So real quick. By the way, even though I'm getting to some other shit, if y'all got questions or whatever, please ask your questions. Also, I feel like, at least personally, I went on a bit of a rant. I felt like myself losing 50 to 100 followers right there on that rant. So to offset that type of thing, after this show, man, if you enjoy this show, just, man, hit your socials, whatever. Just tell people about this podcast if you really dig it. Tell people it's Fridays, they should check it out. Tell people what gems we dropped if you feel like we dropped some gems. Just anything like that. You know what I mean? It will be greatly appreciated. Did you see what? Go ahead.
No, someone says dope from Gambia. Hey, shout out to y'all.
Hey, for sure.
Trying to pull up after this Rona.
Hey, you know it. You know it. Did you see man, shout out to Tory Lanez, man. Tory Lanez
Michael Jackson.
Wait, that was funny. I did see that. That was funny. Tory Lanez is doing something innovative. I always applaud people that are doing new things, bringing new waves. So I don't know if you saw, Tory Lanez has introduced a new way that he's going to release content to people. What he is calling it is capsules. He's going to release content in capsules. And I think he said, instead of like waiting a long time and then putting out an album and then waiting a long time to put out an album, he's going to release, like I said, what are called capsules. And a capsule could be 2 songs in a video, or 2 videos and a song, or EP and a video, just like fire. And he's going to release these small capsules on a frequent basis. And each capsule, he's going to name something else.
Like a theme.
Yeah. I think that is a genius idea.
Oh, and it's like clothing brands do it.
See, and that's fire, because it's not necessarily, like I said, it's not necessarily just an album or just a song. It's like a video and 2 songs or something like that. I think that's fire, and that shows. Yeah, and it's just a new way of doing something that's been done to death one way, and that is what we need more of. I feel in the producer community, in the music community, really in the content community. I think it's dope, man. Yeah, people just trying to mix it up and find new ways to do stuff. So I read about that, or I think he did a live or a post about it. I saw it yesterday. I thought that was really, really dope, man. So shout out to Tory Lanez, and that hopefully will inspire somebody in here to do things differently, release your stuff in a different way, or just broaden your mind as to what is possible. Because a lot of times we see things being done over and over and over again the same way, and we tend to want to do them as we've seen them, instead of our first inclination be to change it up or do something that no one's ever seen before. So yeah, shout out to Tory Lanez, man, for innovating.
I gotta look more into that. That sounds crazy. I like that.
Yeah, that's super dope, bro.
See the Spider Beat says Tory Lanez is trash. Come on now,
stop.
I'm never gonna hate on someone out here getting it and doing their thing. Like, I like a lot of Tory records, man. I would never say he's trash, bro.
Yeah. We got somebody here that says, "Stop it, sir." Yeah, for sure.
And especially, man, if you knew where Tory came from, dog, like how much he hustled to get where he at. Bro,
Bruh.
he used to be with Sean Kingston back in the day, bro. Like,
Tory's fired, bro. He's
yeah.
fired. I was late in Tory Lane's game. I will admit it, and I am enjoying catching up for sure.
Oh, okay. He said, correction, I apologize. David Foster. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check it out. You said it's on Netflix. I'm checking it out. Appreciate that.
Gotcha.
I've been trying to find stuff to watch, and then I get bored. And be like, Netflix is so overwhelming. I'm like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah, I'm taking Netflix recommendations in a minute if we got time. Well, we got like 5 minutes. Well, actually, we got 4 minutes, bro. Okay. Let me run through some things real quick. Pop Smoke killers arrested. 5 people have been arrested. So
good.
Shout out to that. By the way, real quick, everyone, let's have a big laugh. Did you see the Smokey Robinson gang banging video?
Bro, how did that just release, bro?
I don't know. This is one of the things that, shit surfaces. If you haven't, just search Smokey Robinson gang banging. Bruh, if anything, it's a very beginner's course on how to rhyme words.
Bro, Smokey out Robinson, here with the streets, bro.
Bruh, Smokey Robinson out here looking like he didn't even know you could wear denim above the waist. He's like, what the hell do y'all have me in? And what am I singing about again?
They mad at the Crime Stoppers joints. They need to be mad at that. That's what you really need to be.
Yo, and most of the people they have for gangbangers in that joint look like stereotypical cops from a movie. I'm like, dog, that's the boom operator. You just put him in some lokes and a shirt button up to the top. Like, yo,
I was weak, dog.
Gang banging,
bro. And this has nothing to do with production, but this glizzy stuff is so funny to me, dog. Bro, I've been crying laughing. These glizzy memes, yeah.
Hey man, if you are a grown man and you enjoy half smokes, if you're from the DMV, half smokes or hot dogs or whatever, don't let the internet keep you from enjoying your life, because it's shaming people out here.
Bro, as soon as anybody try, hey yo,
people are like spitting them out and throwing them away. That's like, dog, it's cookout season, man. Don't let these people steal your joy, man.
Yeah, bro. If y'all need a laugh, go watch the glizzy videos, the glizzy gladiator video.
Somebody said, "Did you see the poetry version?" There's a poetry version.
That sounds
gangbanging. No, I did not see that.
That sounds great. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Oh, listen. This is gonna be real personal, so I really keep it brief. As you know, I'm from the DMV, and my favorite football team is the Washington Redskins. As trash as they are, that is the home team. I'm a very loyal guy. They are in the process of changing their name. Long overdue. Big up to not really big up to Dan Snyder. He didn't want to do it in the first fucking place, but FedEx started pulling that money, and so did Nike. And now he's like, because he vowed to never change the name. Now he's like, oh, okay, we'll start taking name changes. So shame on you, sir, for taking so long. But there's a list of names. They all sound trash, except for the Warriors. I'll go for the Warriors. There's like the Red Tails and the pigskins and the hogs. I'm like, you setting yourself up for bacon jokes, and bacon means when you get beat because you're not a very good team. Also Red Tails because we spanked you last week. Come on, let's just go with the Warriors and be done with it.
What about the Mambos, like Mambo sauce?
Negative.
What about Air? The Washington Air?
The Washington half smokes.
I would it.
Just Spot Music said I'm late as shit. What up, fellas? What up, bro? Actually, man, it's about to be over. Real quick, what plugs you got, bro? We got about 40 seconds.
Yo, the producerkit.com, got some dope stuff coming up. Some new packs coming out, giveaway coming up. I've been recording hella content. I'm just stocking up so I could drop it. So, be on the lookout. What about you, Oracle?
Yes, sir. Listen, man, check out the Art of Beat Mixing if you haven't already. And most importantly, like I said, if you really like this show, hit your social medias after this show. Just tell people that we pass out gems and that you really rock with the show if you do genuinely. And let people know about this. We want to expand the viewership, and it'll get me in my zone. Like I was today, a lot better. This nigga said the Washington Mullets. Look, man, it's been UnQuantized podcast, and we are out.
Business in the front, party in the back.
All right, we all.
Dude, appreciate y'all.